Hi everyone, my name is Lord Sierra. It is a pleasure for me today to present my subject on discipleship, especially the discipleship of uh, Jim, discipleship approach of Jim Putman. First of all, what is discipleship? According to Merriam-Webster, discipleship is a noun that means the state of being a disciple or a follower of Jesus Christ. It can also refer to the ministry of discipling others. Who is Jim Putman? Jim Putman is the founder and senior pastor of Real Life Ministries in Post Falls, Idaho. Jim's hold degrees from Boise State University and Boise Bible College. He lives with his wife and 3 sons and in scenic northern Idaho. Scenic northern Idaho. Discipleship symbolizes a journey of spiritual growth where a person surrenders his life to Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, learns from Him, and strives to live more like Him. In today's presentation, we will look at first the structure of the approach, and second, the evaluation of the approach. Real Life Ministries, let's get started. Real Life Ministries is a non-denominational evangelical Christian church in Post Falls, Idaho. This church is situated in Kootenai County. The church was planted in 1998 by 4 families, including the now senior pastor, Jim Putman. And he has grown to a membership of more than 6,000 with a high percentage of its fellowship group active in small groups. The theology of Jim Putman approach can be found in most familiar scriptural passages in New Testament. For instance, we can list Matthew chapter 4 verse 19, Matthew chapter 28 verses 19 and 20, Luke chapter 5 verses 1 to 11, Matthew chapter 6 verses 24 and 26, to name a few. Jim's goals in his disciple approach is to keep it simple, so everybody in his audience can understand exactly what discipleship is and share the gospel with others. The philosophy of Jim Putman approach stands on 3 pillars. First, intentional, which is taking the accidental act of discipleship. Second, relational, meaning making a way for real change. Third, strategic, following a reproducible process. There is a quote on the Jim Putman approach that crossed my mind, which is an intentional leader plus relational environment plus reproducible process equal infinite number of disciples. Now let's look at the evaluation of Jim Putman approach. Furthermore, what makes the strength of Jim Putman approach is because it is scriptural based, which is sound doctrine. He highly encouraged groups for discipleship. For example, the group can contain like 8 to 14 people for a period of 12 weeks. The method he embraced for discipleship Bible study is storying. For instance, he shared in his book Real Life Discipleship that I read the reason why he loved storying. If I can share like the first 4 reasons. The first one, he said, it mentioned that mentioned in his book, is help our people know the Bible. The second one is help us recruit leaders. Third, it better for real learning. And last, it better arms our people for service. In addition, I believe the weakness of this Jim Putman approach is linguistic barrier. Based on my research, Jim Putman approach, which is he published on his book Real Life Discipleship, it is only in English. This approach is very it is a very important approach. I truly believe if this approach was published in several languages, more people can benefit from it. Another after the weakness, another things that I can mention, moreover, the discipleship approach of Jim Putman is designed to work everywhere based on results at Real Life Ministries, except there is no doubt that it will work better in a local church or an attractional church to small groups. Now, someone may ask, will this approach scalable or adaptable to various contexts? Absolutely. This approach is scalable and adaptable to various contexts for the simple reason, in fact, Jim Putman wrote an entire chapter, which is chapter 5 in his book, from pages 61 to 67, and he clearly explains how it can be achievable simply by using the reproducible process. Next, Real Life Ministries or Jim Putman approach can multiply disciples by planning time to train key leaders who will also become disciple in the future. That is why this approach is so effective on equipping leaders to train others, to train other churches worldwide. And last, after carefully observing the chart in our textbook, Disciple Making is pages 236 and 237, written by Dave and Dempsey. After looking at all the numbers and characteristics, I agree that James Putman approach range is situated as an organic church. Let me say that the organic church is a bit new. It's a little bit new to me, but that the reason why it is important to learn every day or to go to school. In closing, discipleship represent the engine of all local churches, which plays a key factor in the church success. This is an imperative that Jesus teaches in Matthew chapter 28, verses 19 and 20. Now, the entire church today, they have one job to do, is to apply the Great Commission. It is not only the leader's job, it is every Christian job to present the gospel to the lost. They can present the gospel in the families, in the family. They can present it in the neighborhood. They can present the gospel in work environment. They can present the gospel around the world. Today, it is more easier to present the gospel to all nations, comparatively at the time when Apostle Paul used to preach or present the gospel. It is easier today while using social media. All in all, we would recommend preachers, teachers, and pastors to read this book, Real Life Discipleship, written by Jim Putman, if they would like to create some positive impact in their churches, just only to move God's glory forward. Thank you for watching, and may God bless each and every one of you. Bye now.